I'm gonna have to cut off my arm. Hipsters be like, I know this new Sumerian joint in the desert. One and all welcome. I'm Nick Muniz. This is the Beatnik channel. Today on the show, we will be going through Zion and beyond. Utah, baby. What's the difference between Utah and Arkansas? The meaning of sister wife. We had a beautiful lightning show last night. A good sign that the desert is gonna be our friend. Got 20 miles to Zion National Park. Let's hit it. Hey gentlemen, we are en route to Zion National Park. One of the most popular in the US. I spent the last 3 days in St. George trying to get tickets. Impossible. They're literally booked out for over 100 days. So, we're gonna have to park in front of the park itself, and then park on the parkway and drive in the parkway. And we are off in Zion National Park. A little bit chilly for the desert, if you ask me. The sun has not even touched the canyon, and the views are already impeccable. We are headed up Watchman's Dome. Gonna get some air, gonna get the best view of the village. This park is very similar to Yosemite. It's a canyon with all of the services on the outside though. So no pagan rituals going on in the canyon at night, just some good old camping. Watchmen! A lot of these formations have cool names, much like the Watchmen. This is Moroni's Tower. You know Joseph Smith's angel, the Mormons. And then you have the Sacrificial Tower. That's where the natives used to push people off, give their powers back to the land. But we are the Watchmen today. Gentlemen, we have made it to Watchman's Overlook. This is where the Native Americans would position their sentinels to watch over the valley for any crimes. I'll admit, I kind of blue balls you guys. I thought we were going all the way up that one. But blue balls is a real thing. My friend once got epicondylar fasciitis of the balls because he got blue balls so hard. We got the unfinished campground where I parked. Moroni, shout out the Mormons, and the Sacrificial Spire. Don't you want to see someone run off of this? Beautiful. From here we head up the valley, through the tunnel, to some slots on the eastern side. This is Utah. I don't think Mormons are allowed to gamble. You gotta do the lottery to hit Angel's Landing or the Narrows. I'm not gonna waste my time gambling here. So we're gonna try to cheese our way into the Emerald Pools. I'm honestly surprised I was able to get this parking down here. So we're gonna cheese it up, try to squeeze in the Emerald Pools, and then gamble at the slot canyons. Back at the car, now headed into the canyon in search of the Emerald Pools. Not gonna lie, I cried like a baby on the way down. Always at these national parks, it hits you at some point. This is some God-given land. Jeez. Entire canyon access by reservation only. Leaves us one place to go, the Eastern Portal, and I have a hike planned in the next couple days, which will get us up and over the rim. Can't keep the beatnik out of the park. We are now headed a little over a mile to a waterfall. We are going to save the main canyon views for when we get up and over, but we can enjoy the chipmunks and the scenery. Boys, We have accessed our own private waterfall. Can't see it because we're in the light. Some deep water, almost blue ball level. This is great. I'm gonna have some lunch, then we'll head back into the crowds, try to gamble the slots. I might have to get fully submerged here. I wish you could see it. Hold up. The angles aren't on our side today, but the angels are. Maroney! Lunchtime. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, baby! Just a little hoagie action on the high seas here. Walmart garlic bread makes for a very gluttonous sandwich. Wow. Perfect oasis. Backs against the wall. They wanna see me fall. Soft-spoken R&B art. Let's go. Up to the overlook and then some slots. Yeah. Jesus Christ. The epic meter has reached a new level. We have made it to the overlook and it is incredible. This is Mount Spry next to the Eastern Temple, which has its own like amphitheater over there. Eastern Temple, maybe that's named after Hebrew mythology, being Mount Zion. And then we get back to the Mormons. This is called the Beehive. All of the road signals in Utah are beehives. It's like one of the Mormon things, as well as other clandestine groups. But this mountain looks like a beehive. Bunch of weird honeycomb structures in it. To Spry, to the East Temple, and beyond. Here we go, Mount Zion Caramel Tunnel, built in 1930, over 1 mile long, into the dark. Yo. Humana, 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 humana. Red waves. And no communism in sight. Yo! We are underneath the Zion Caramel Highway. These are 1930 bricks. We're about to do our own Narrows hike. We got a little bit of rain clouds coming in. Gotta watch out for them flash floods. 2 feet of water out of nowhere. Got some pretty sweet pools out here. But what I'm looking for are petroglyphs. Get a little bit glyphy out here. We saw that lizard during lunch. We got glizzy. Now we gotta get glyphy. Some much needed hydration. My pee is dark brown. We're headed up through a slot there. Nice little amphitheater and the foreboding clouds. We got that pear power, which should poignantly point us to the petroglyphs. For any desert hikers out there, fruit will hydrate you 3 times as much as water. H3O. The aliens taught me about it at 51. Something real sussy about the desert. Zion proper reminded me of Dune 4. I'm at 5 out of the 6 books now. We gotta finish it while we're in the desert. At the end of it, one of the guys climbs the entire mountain, which is a petrified castle. Pretty insane book. New biome unlocked. I risked it all on a couple scrambles getting up here. Not sure how I'm gonna get down, but for now, let's enjoy this. Basically turned into a giant scramble. And I think we meet our final impasse. Where the glyphs? Some pretty good reverb in here. We could cut a record. Ooh! 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 Ta! The trail ends at that amphitheater anyways. further we travel into the dendritic forms, aka I'm gonna crawl back under the highway, try to hit a slot canyon on the other side. Let's go, baby. Back into the tunnel of love. Dun, dun, dun. It's the power of love. We are now going up Clear Creek. The water is so clear, you can't even see it. Should be a mile or so until we get to the mouth of the slot. Car is somewhere up there. Truly great walls upon this land. We're gonna start heading back soon. Yeah, we got cactuses and shit. We in the desert, baby. The desert! That's some gooch right there. Freaking monka. Not gonna hit another slot with this storm impending. I'll give you a guess at what the name of this mesa is. Checkerboard. Lightning strikes, I like my odds a lot better. Gonna make the rain force us out of the park and find camp on the eastern side. Good morning, gentlemen. It is time for another beautiful Utah day in the lands of Zion. We will be hiking 8 miles there to the edge of the rim to get the best views of the canyon. I do have to drive through some resort ranch first, so wish me luck as I go undercover. You can see the resort town below. My trash going in their dumpsters. They have their own valley, but we're going to main Zion. Gentlemen, the hike has begun. Since this resort owns dozens of square miles of land, we had to take an $8 shuttle towards the East Mesa trailhead. If you want to do Observation Point, plan ahead. You might get a later start than you expected. Nowhere near halfway, but there is a nice view of the North Rim here. The only other hike where you could get into the Zion Narrows. 20 plus miles, it's an overnighter, but you gotta play the lottery. A little more gambling and 8 miles for us. There is such a starch disturbance between the vegetation of yesterday and today. Canyons, rocks, sand, compared to green life. Now is it starch or stark? Pull up with the spark like I'm Tony Stark? Or is it starch, like a yeast infection? Y'all remember 2020, dark times? Girls were making banana bread with the yeast infections. Humanity will always recover.
The risk? A fate worse than the darkest nightmares.
Just wiped out Tomato Town. Whoa.
The most dangerous journey is the one that leads you deep into the human heart.
We're not even at the viewpoint yet, and you could see straight into Zion Valley. Yo, it's like when you see a beautiful girl, it feels like you got hit by a flashbang. Ears are ringing, don't even know where you are. And it's the Zion Canyon. Beehive, Sentinel Point, Moroni. We're going out there. I rarely like to admit when I pay for a hike and it's worth it, but $8, the best view in Zion. Oh my God. That's Angel's Landing. Gotta play the lottery to even try to get there. The lodge, the Emerald Pools we almost hiked to, and be a pretty solid spot for a buffalo jump. The natives say they used to burn the bodies of their enemies, which stained the walls of the canyon red. The only thing that gives some credence to that myth is the color of the water down there. See how it's like murky white? That's what happens when lye gets into the water, a byproduct of organic waste. What if we're looking at one giant kill box? Found a Bonandium gem. We're about to go Kong Bonanza. It's moments like these that I wish I had webbed arms. Or at least I couldn't take fall damage. You know what I really used to like on the internet? I had to stop, it got addictive. Riders Republic clips. Dude, start out with a BMX bike, switch over to a freaking jetpack, fly out of the canyon. Yo, whoever's listening, turn off fall damage. I'll behave myself. Back at the shuttle point, only one here, and now we play the waiting game. There's literally crickets. You know, it's always good to be in the present. Oh, there it goes, you just missed it. Been around half an hour. Crickets are keeping me company. They'd be saying if the shuttle doesn't come in half an hour, then call them. Well, how the hell am I supposed to call you when I don't have any service? National parks be like, you're in the middle of nowhere at a backpacking site? All right, well, log on to rec.gov. How do I have service? East Zion Adventures. $8 shuttle to the best view in the park. This is not where our adventure ends. We are heading 20 miles east of Zion to the belly of the Dwagon. The belly of the Dwagon can wait till tomorrow morning because the beatnik has found some public land to settle on. Beautiful Utah backcountry, baby. Maybe around to dinner later. We're gonna take it easy after that hike. Hello. Good morning, gentlemen. The melodious pitter-patter of the rain made for a beautiful night's rest yesterday, and today we're taking back to the sun. 0.7 miles down the road is the belly of the Dwagon. Then we got 2 other slots to hit today, rounding out our East Zion adventure.
I put the new forges on the G. I trapped until the bloody bottom is underneath.
Beautiful white rock formations. Not even 8 a.m. and we are about to enter the belly of the Dragon. Holy crap. This is huge. It's as tall as me here. And look how big it is. Boy. Thing goes for 2 miles. There's no way. I see light already. But it probably cuts in and out of the mountains. Did somebody build this? Somebody's got to tell the Mormons that we're getting biblical out here. We're in the belly of the whale right now. Cracked ceilings. Really soft on your feetsies. Especially coming around the corner here. It's a pretty sick cave. Little bend at the end. Let's see what awaits back in the light. Oh. Some more Utah greatness. Let's check a little further up the wash. I wish it mentioned that the trail was 2 miles long, not the tunnel. We are gonna head back through the belly to the whip into this area where there are slot canyons. Yo, why are we getting a free rainbow? It didn't even rain this morning. Maybe it's a pre-rainbow. Alright boys, we sending. It's 3 miles just to the canyon head, then a mile of canyonage, 3 miles back. Hopefully we beat the sun, and hopefully we beat the flash floods. It's gonna be fun either way. Two miles complete, mostly downhill. It's gonna be a real slog on the way back. 1 mile into the canyon. Officially in the canyon, I'm feeling good. The sand up there makes you feel like you're moving in slow motion. I'm going 100 miles an hour right now, and it feels bouncy. It's like Petra Jordan. $100,000 fine for scratching the walls. You saw in the Dragon Belly, instead of normal graffiti spray paint, this is soft enough to just scratch your initials in. And we're in another world. Holy crap. Bro, this double dip got me feeling woozy, man. I'm feeling like wavy, dude. Oh my God. This is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Crossing my fingers that this storm holds out. I got a poncho. But a flood of that level, we gonna need a boat. What's around here? Jeez, man. What? This was so worth it. I know every step back is gonna zap the energy from my legs. What the fudge? Oh my God. Wow. What's that Chinese game show? You gotta fit your body through the hole in the wall. A mile's worth of that. I'm gonna have to cut off my arm. Somebody please. Do something. It's like a haunted house. Except there's no crackheads being paid $10 an hour to give you a heart attack. And look up. Jeez. 127 hours. Begin. Low light. It's kind of a mood in here. Mother Earth gonna start gushing. Wow. You see how there's logs piled? That means the water gets this high. You would be screwed if the flood came. Look at that, another one. And we're going down now, almost in a canyoneering fashion. No. The dead end. I was warned about it. But now, we morph into the rock. And I will see you all next week. Sub up. Like up.